It is time for an NFL Network Now update presented by Sports Authority. The Cleveland Browns, one of over 2 dozen teams starting OTAs today around the NFL, and that means the return of Johnny Football scheduled to participate in voluntary workouts with the Cleveland Browns today. Here we've got video of Johnny Manziel going through Browns voluntary OTAs. He's competing with Josh McCown for that starting quarterback spot for the Cleveland Browns. Let's get on the phone to Aditi Kikabwala, who is in Berea, Ohio, to talk about the quarterback battle. Aditi, what have you been able to see from Johnny Football?
Well, the guys have just gotten out here, really. They've started only a few drills. Josh McCown is taking the first team snaps, which head coach Mike Pettin had said we should expect. I was here all last year, Patrick. You know this. Johnny Manziel has good zip on his ball. That's exactly what we saw last year. We're not seeing anything terribly competitive just yet. They're both lining up right now as I speak to you. They're taking their dropbacks. They're throwing their passes, and Manziel threw off. McCown hit his receiver, and Manziel didn't hit his.
And Didi, looking at the way things are going, of course, this summer so much different from last summer. Is there any discernible difference that you can see, be it difference from attention or maybe the detail that Johnny is going through this workout with?
I think that we saw a lot of really good attention to detail a year ago. We saw good intensity from him a year ago. I think what we are really curious about right now is when we actually get the chance to talk to him. Since he's come out of rehab, he has not had any public comments, and I think that's where we'll see if there's been any sort of significant impact in those nearly 10 weeks that he spent in a rehab facility. But right now, I'll tell you, he's playing around. He just playfully shoved a ball boy out here. He looks comfortable. He looks like he looked a year ago.
And, of course, the comfort level, the difference from a year ago. Mike Pettin says he's going to have a bigger role with the offense. What do you expect to see, and when will we hear from Coach Pettin?
You know, that's great. We will hear from Coach Pettin in the next 2 hours. And, in fact, from the very beginning, the first drill today, he was watching the quarterbacks very intensely. And I can tell you, that's something that's a bit different. He has said that he's going to take more interest in this offense. He has a new offensive coordinator, a new quarterbacks coach, and he's had his eye on what's going on here for sure.
And looking at the rest of the offense, Aditi, they get Alex Mack back off of injury. They've got some position players that have moved around. How different can this offense be, whether or not it's Johnny or Josh McCown?
Well, they certainly are looking. The Browns are certainly looking for more of an impact from the wide receiver core, and we're seeing some new faces out here right now. We'll see what sort of impact they have. They have their young running backs back, but that's a group, too, that's looking to get. Mike Pettin has said that he wants a pounding offense. He wants to run the ball first, and so there's high expectations on those running backs right now. They're working off to the side. Terrence West looks bigger than he looked a year ago. I'll be careful before I say what kind of bigger that is. You have to give me a few more minutes. We've really only been out on the field for about 10 minutes so far, Patrick, but hopefully you'll check back in with me in a little while, and I'll have some more details for you.
And with more details, are we expecting to hear from Johnny himself this afternoon, Aditi?
You know what? The Browns have said that that's pretty much up to him when he's ready to talk. And as of now, I wouldn't really expect it. There's nothing that's definitely on the schedule. But he's surprised us a lot. You know, maybe he does want to just get it over with. There are a lot of reporters out here, probably about 40 people out here. They're obviously have their eyes on him. And maybe we'll be lucky.
That is Aditi Kikabwala in Berea, Ohio, as the Browns start OTAs today.